Hey guys, today we're back with another holster review, and today on the channel we'll be reviewing the Magnecarry Universal Inside the Waistband Holster. Stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, we're back. Once again we'll be reviewing the Magnecarry holster. Overall, well first we'll start out with all that comes with from factory. First, you just get the holster, the magnet anyway. It comes in like this. You get a little booklet and everything telling about Magnecarry, the creators and everything behind it. It doesn't really show you how to put this on. It shows you a link to their website, and it says it will teach you how to use it there. But you get their website, and I couldn't find anything myself. But it's not that complicated anyway. So we'll get on to the holster. Let me set this in here. Alright, the concept behind this holster is a very interesting one. First off, we'll use my damn Wesson 1911, what I've been carrying with it pretty much for whenever I've been using it. But the concept behind this holster is that the magnet will be strong enough to stick to the gun, and with the clip on it, it will not move any in your actual holster, or not in your holster, but in your actual waistband. That being said, from the tests that I've done on it, just wearing it pretty much every day, not really, I haven't been putting it through too many paces whenever it comes to like heavy usage or like running or anything with it. But from what I've done, just my everyday walking around, stuff like that, going to the store, it's not been as bad as I would expect it to be. The idea behind it, where the holster is just, it doesn't have a trigger guard, doesn't have anything, the gun's just held in place by a magnet, is not one that a lot of people are going to like. I'm just being straight up honest with you on that. But the holster itself, or the magnet itself, is so strong that it actually holds the gun better than what I thought it would. The clip on it is not as strong as I would like to it being. It kind of hooks on to the outside of your belt, and this right here is where most of the pressure will be held at. The inside of it right here kind of hooks onto your just your jeans or whatever. So it's not fully supportive how I would like it to be in. The main turnoff, like I said, with this right here will be a holster that's not going to have any kind of trigger guard or anything like that. So pretty much saying that if you have a Glock or if you have a 1911, well, let's just say if you had a Glock. If you've got a Glock and you threw one into it and it's ready to roll, you're going to have nothing protecting that trigger. So, theoretically speaking, you could possibly have a not a malfunction, but a accidental discharge if somebody or something pretty much got onto your trigger and pulled it. So, is that likely to happen? How I've been carrying it myself is without one in the chamber, just pretty much like as you see right here. And I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. The only thing I've seen is that it kind of sometimes will get adjusted to where it's at a cant, I guess you could say, like that. It still holds it in place very well. It hasn't never come loose or anything like that, but it will hold it on a cant more than anything. But that's really about the only negative I see with it. But this right here will work the best with a slab side gun, that being a Glock or 1911, something without many ridges or whatever on the slides, where the magnet can get its full hold on it as much as physically possible. It doesn't print that bad either. It at first, whenever I actually hooked it onto my holster, it felt like it was printing worse than I was. Or whenever I first hooked it onto my belt, I thought it was printing worse than what it actually was. But after looking at it, it's really not bad. But the thing about it is that for a $20 holster, $20 to $25, depending on where you find this at, I would say check it out. I mean, you might be turned off about it not having a trigger guard, but if you don't carry with one in the chamber, then I don't see nothing wrong with this holster, being honest with you. Even if you do carry with one in the chamber, There's other products that you could combine with this one and make it just as well of a holster, that being one of them clip or things that attach to your trigger guard, to where whenever you withdraw it out of your pants anyway, it pretty much will get hung and rip off. So you could compare it, or you could also add that onto it to make it even more safer if you'd like to carry one in the chamber. But personally, me, I wouldn't carry one in the chamber with this gun. If I did, I would make sure I got one of them things like what I was talking about that clip over your trigger. But I mean, with a 1911, as long as your safety is very strong and it doesn't, it won't be switched off by a little bit of force like this one right here. It takes a pretty decent amount of force to switch it off. I think that you would be safe. But even if it did get switched off, you'd still have to compress this and pull the trigger at the same time for it to go off, which is highly unlikely. But the likeliness is low of that happening, but the possibility is still there. So, like I said, if I would want to use this holster in an everyday carry situation, I would not have one in the chamber. That being said, though, you can still carry without one in the chamber and still have an effective gun if you all like that. Personally, I like carrying one in the chamber on all guns that have safeties, and I always carry one in the chamber on Glocks also. But if you don't really care about not carrying one in the safety, and you train to, whenever you withdraw, to rack one in it and then go, that you can. Something else also about this holster is that if it does get snared on your gun whenever you withdraw it, which every time I withdraw it out of my waistband, this has not stayed on it, so that's good. But even if it did, you could still rack the gun, and it wouldn't cause a accidental, or it wouldn't cause a malfunction or anything. So that's also positive. But overall, I think for this being as cheap as it is, $20 to $25, I think that it's worth a try to see if you like it or not. Now, if this was $50 or $60, I'd say maybe you would look into it a little bit further before you make a purchase. But for how much this is, I think at $20, it's a pretty decent buy to even try it out. You might like it. I like it pretty well myself. Do I think that it's going to replace my Bravo concealment inside the waistband holster? Probably not. I like it because it keeps the gun a little bit more stable than this one. I think that if they would upgrade the actual grip, or not grip, but the belt clip on this one right here, it would do a lot better. But for now, I'll stay with my Bravo concealment holster. But for $20, this ain't a bad holster, especially it being universal. I can use it with this one, my 938, my P210, any gun, any pistol I want to use, I can use this holster right here. That's another big positive about it. But guys, I appreciate y'all viewing. What do y'all think about the Magnecarry holster? I think overall, like I said, for the money, it ain't that bad. But guys, I appreciate y'all viewing. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews, and I'll see you all in the next video.